the people, where we all belong. Voice of the people, rise in the night. Stories unite us, hopes burning bright. Together we're stronger, moving as one. Hearts open wider, new days begun. Side by side we lift our dreams. In every voice a future gleams. Hand in hand we share this song. Voice of the people, where we all belong. Voice of the people, rise in the night. Stories unite us, hopes burning bright. Together we're stronger, moving as one. Hearts open wider, new days begun. Side by side we lift our dreams. In every voice a future gleams. Hand in hand we share this song. Voice of the people, where we all belong. Voice of the people, rise in the night. Stories unite us, hopes burning bright. Together we're stronger, moving as one. Hearts open wider, new days begun. Side by side we lift our dreams. In every voice a future gleams. Hand in hand we share this song. Voice of the people, where we all belong. Voice of the people, rise in the night. Stories unite us, hopes burning bright. Together we're stronger, moving as one. Hearts open wider, new days begun. Side by side we lift our dreams. In every voice a future gleams. Hand in hand we share this song. Voice of the people, where we all belong.
Yeah, hello everyone. You're
Yeah,
welcome
hello,
to
my
Una
people.
Voice
Una
TV.
well done. Anywhere we a day. I greet you na heluna. I hope say everyone day fine. Well, I know say this our program na every Saturday, and the time of our program usually is 6 p.m. Nigerian time. No people they use Nigerian time until they follow the whole thing. And also, as regards to last 2 weeks and last week, we know that we have some uh, guests from UK, Belgium, and the rest, and some other persons also. They are on their way from same UK and Belgium precisely, and Spain also. Uh, in other words, they will be joining us very soon. We are sorry for the inconveniences if we must maybe so few minutes that we just wasted somehow. It's due to our invitees or our guests. And also, you shouldn't forget to share this program. I help us to share the program. Share the program so that also others can get it and know what they are discussing here. And also, they might likely to be involved. That is to share. I mean, contribute with us. And the name of this very program is Una Voice TV for YouTube, Una Voice TV for Facebook. And as they go live today, today Facebook, we are right now live on Facebook. We are right now live on YouTube as well. Well, my name, me where they talk, my name na John. Because when I say this one where they talk with me name, my name na John. Me, part of the host, all the way from Spain. And on my left hand side is Mr. Samuel also, and from Spain also. And we have here also among us here Mrs. Gladys, Mrs. Gladys, and that's from UK. Also, we have here, if I may be right. Also, we have Mrs. Sorry, just I'm sorry, please. So that let me go through my files here. Here also we have our mama from UK, and also our dear lovely sister also from UK. Which please, I'm sorry, let me go through my files here to get the names so that we know them by names. We won't just call Mrs. or Mrs. and without names. They have their names also. Let me go through our files and give us the names, though they'll be joining us very soon. But meanwhile, before then, Mr. Samuel, just give us a little song, music there. So before I go through my file.
Voice of the people, rise in the night. Stories unite us, hopes burning bright. Together we're stronger, moving as one. Hearts open wider,
all right.
New days begun.
Thank you very much.
Side by side.
Because if you know a person by his name or by her name, even if not you know go happy. Well, we have Mrs. Comfort Oko here with us also this evening from UK, and Mrs. Isioma Udu Ebo from UK as well. And our discussion tonight is all about marriage, and I believe every one of us we are involved one way or the other. So before then, I'll hand over to Mrs. Gladys. You are all welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It's not only Mrs. Ishama that is there, the other person is there as well. Our mommy is there as well.
I called her name. I called her name also. I said Mrs. Comfort Oko first. That was the first name I called. Mrs. Comfort.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Bless
God
you.
bless you all. Um, you are welcome. I'm happy to be here again today. I'm happy. My first question will go to our big mommy. I want to ask mommy question, and based on what we are treating today, we are treating about marriage. So I want to ask mommy my first question. Many of us we are watching. Even me myself, I might be married. I don't know the meaning of marriage. I don't know the meaning that word called marriage. So I want to ask our mommy because it's our big mommy. I can't just mention her name because we are from Nigeria. So it's a mother to me. So I want to ask mommy, please, can you please tell us and our viewer, include even me, all of us that is here, the host and our viewer that are watching, what is marriage? What is the meaning of marriage? Thank you, mommy. Mommy line is mute.
Am I being heard? Yes. Okay.
Good evening, mommy. Good evening, mommy.
Like I said before, I said thank you all, and I'm happy privileged to be in this evening.
Welcome.
And I will now be introduced. My name is Mrs. Comfort. Okay. The meaning of marriage. Marriage is when you bring two things together, you combine it, they become one. You marry it to the other one. Same goes to human beings. When a man and a woman decide to leave their parents and decide to become husband and wife, they are now married as one. That's why at times in the marriage class or marriage ceremony, you hear where they say 1 plus 1 is 1, not 2, because they are now one. So marriage is where a man and a woman decides to get married and receives blessings from their families, and they solemnize it in the church with Holy Spirit being their controller and their helper. That is marriage by me. One and only.
Okay, ma, please. It's like there is two people that are together. That is why the there is noise. So please, if one person can mute so that there won't be that noise, or the other person can go to maybe a room.
Okay, let me mute my own.
My own is on mute.
Okay.
If I come on, let us hear Can you make it mask?
So long they are in one place, the same thing must happen, even if one meets, so long they are in one place.
Okay, our coordinator, please, you can go ahead, sir.
Okay, viewers, we've heard from Mommy in the house our own definition of marriage, that it is when two people come together. In other words, a man and a woman, when they come together in agreement that they want to live together before maybe in the church or custom marriage or whatever, they can be blessed and be seen by people that from this day, these two persons, if I may say, they are married and they are husband and wife. Then they can receive blessings, as she said, also maybe from the parents of both parties, if need be. So that is the meaning of marriage. And I believe the sister that asked the question asked simply because before we can go into whatever, we're supposed to know even the meaning of what we're about to engage ourselves into. So now we've understand that this year we're talking about what we're about to discuss, rather, it's all about two couples, two people coming together to become husband and wife, if as we may say. So meanwhile, I would like to ask our sister also a question concerning, since we've known the meaning, what makes that in marriages, as we may say, I don't know how we may see it. How should, how can we build trust in a marriage? That is what I want to ask. How can we build trust now in a marriage? I'm asking Isioma, please. Mrs.
Okay,
Isioma, how can we build trust in a marriage?
good evening, everyone listening this evening.
Good evening. God
Um,
bless you.
Good evening. Building trust in marriage, from my own understanding, would be being open to each other, and that should be by communication, by talking, and not holding anything back. I don't know if there's any other formula, because it is based off of what you tell me, and maybe how I see my partner behave, marrying what they say with what they do, that trust can be built in marriage. So being open with each other and communicating, talking as much as we can, not holding anything back. Nothing is too small or nothing is too big to be discussed in the union. And whatever any of the partner is saying should be backed with action. What I say should match what I am doing. I think from my own knowledge and a bit of an experience, if we do that, we should be able to build trust in marriage. Another person is free to add what else they think, but that's what I know.
Okay, thank you very much. Well, viewers who've heard from her own point of view, what she seems marriage to, I mean, how can have trust or build trust rather in a marriage. Okay, Mr. Sam.
Okay. Thank you very much. So I want to ask that if husband and wife have problem in marriage, should they resolve it before going to bed? Is it possible to resolve the issue before going to bed? I want to ask Mama Comfort.
That's Madam Comfort. Sorry if I may help. What is I trying to ask if I may help? I think Samuel, you are. I mean, if I'm right, also, is it better or something that's supposed to be must to settle issues if there is any before going to bed, or what is, or even if you say yes, why do you feel so?
Okay. From my own understanding, or thus far I have lived, it goes two ways. It depends on how serious the issue is. It
Okay.
could be settled before bedtime. It could be settled before bed. And the settlement will be solemnized in bed. So that when there's any issue, when they must have settled and when they go to bed, it
Yeah.
continues, then it is not settled. So the settlement begins before bed and is concluded in bed. When it is now solemnized in the bed, you now know that everything is okay. Because if after they have settled and they go to bed, the woman is facing the wall, the man is trying to cuddle, no, the man is facing the other way, the man is trying to cuddle, no, they are still at loggerheads. But when they have settled, when they go to bed, they settle the more and the settlement becomes solemnized. You can add any if there's anyone, but at least the one I've lived for so far, I think this helps.
Okay. Thank you very much. We've heard from Mama Comfort. She said preferable to settle before bed. Okay. Mrs. Gladys.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. I want to ask this question. This question I'm asking, I'll be asking our mommy. I'll first of all be asking our mommy. Then I will now say relate it to our sister as well. Mommy, I want to ask before I will come to our sister Isioma. Mom, I'm asking. How do the relation? Oh, how did custom and tradition affect marriage? Or okay, let me come. Tradition and religion. How does it affect marriage? Did you suppose culture, tradition, culture? How does it affect marriage? Is this supposed to be affected or not? Or if not, how does it affect it? Thank you, Mom. Then I'll come to Isioma.
Thank you. I want to clarify. You mean that is if tradition accepts marriage? Is that what you mean?
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. How does tradition affect marriage?
Good.
Does tradition affect marriage? If yes, how does it affect it?
Yes, tradition affects marriage. A man and a woman that decides to get married will traditionally go home or to their parents, and they have rights to be performed to declare them man, husband, and wife. And religion also has its own right to play. When they must have been declared as husband and wife, by tradition, they go to their churches to go and solemnize it before the God they serve. And aside from that, there are some traditions. If a woman becomes pregnant without being married, without bride price being paid on her head, that child does not belong to the man. The woman takes the child to whomever, to wherever she wants to. But if traditionally they have been married, then that child is the bona fide child of the man. So tradition has a lot to play in marriages, because where they neglect certain things in tradition, the marriage does not thrive. So it has a long way to go in marriage, tradition. And the religion complements it. When you just go to the church, you wed because you serve God, then you have every how do I put it now? Right to perform in the church. You are free to worship God. You can go extra miles. But if in the church you are not wedded, you didn't solemnize your marriage in the church, you cannot, like in my church, if you did not solemnize your marriage in the church, the man cannot receive Holy Communion until he's lawfully wedded. And the wife cannot join groups to perform in the church. So you see, these two, they complement each other. The tradition and the religion, they complement marriage to make it go forward. If there's any that I did not add, as modern children, you can help me.
Okay, mom. Okay, mom. I want you to throw more light on this. You know, if I met some people saying, because you are not the same church member with me, I'm a redeemed, and you are from another church, I can't get married to you. Does that supposed to be affecting marriage?
From my own point of view and understanding, it is not supposed to, because we serve the same God. It's only where different God you are serving, not God Almighty. And it is also agreed that once the man has paid the bride price, the woman becomes the man's own, and the man, part of the is for the woman too. Then they agree. Some people say that they should go to the woman's church to wed. Some say he's already married to the man, they go to the man's church to do their wedding. So it's not supposed to be, say, because I am not from a Catholic, I will not marry, and because I'm not from Redeem, I will not marry an Anglican. Not supposed to, because we worship the same God. We're supposed to complement each other. You marry in your church, take your wife. Most men come to the woman's church to wed their wife and take their wives to their own church. Some women just agree to go to their husband's church and do the wedding and continue there. So this church I belong to is not supposed to be a barrier to marriage.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let me come to Sister Isioma. Thank you, Mom. Thank you. I'll come to you later. Let me come to Sister Isioma. Dear sister, beloved Sister Isioma. I'm still pointing my finger on that religion. You understand? I want to ask you, Sister Isioma, did I supposed to allow my child to marry a Muslim person as a Christian? Does it affect marriage if I allow or I did not allow my daughter or my son to marry a Muslim man? Does it supposed to is it affecting marriage of today, or how does that affect marriage of today? Bless you, man.
Thank you. What I am about to answer, I don't know whether there's a right or there's a wrong, because different circumstances would play out to determine if someone from a Christian family would allow, if I use his daughter for instance, to go and marry from a Muslim family. But ideally, he said, do not be unequally yoked. I do not want to. The Muslim religion is respected in its own right. It's a type of religion. I do not know whether I'm within my rights to call them unbelievers, because even amongst Christians, people who say they serve God, they could still be unbelievers. But if there's an understanding, because it's a personal decision, and like I said, I do not know whether it's in my place to say who is right or who is wrong. So I will say what I understand. And my own understanding will be that if there is an understanding that if the Muslim person is happy to allow his partner to carry on with their Christianity practice without putting conditions to say, oh, if you have to marry, you have to change from being a Christian to a Muslim, and they understand each other and they think they have peace and harmony in that home, I think they should be allowed to carry on, because if whatever the reason for the argument to say, oh, why would you allow a Christian to marry a Muslim, it's not the only thing that makes a marriage to be successful or to be long lasting in the eyes of God. If the person shows understanding for your religion, if the person is happy for you to practice your religion and will give you peace while practicing the religion, and they tick or check every other box of what you want in a partner, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do, but if you find peace and you want to go ahead, and like I said, every other thing being okay, you can give it a try. But where you have been told that, oh, you would have to drop your Christianity and become a Muslim, and you know you don't want to, but you now still go ahead because you think, oh, I'm already getting old, do I need to get married? And when I get married, I will now convince the person that I want to remain a Christian. Or you say, oh, this person has money, oh, I want to marry this person, I will convince the person. I think that way you have lied to yourself and deceived yourself, and it may not work for you that way. But if the person respects your religion, understands that it is what you want and is happy for you to practice it, and the person
Mhm.
ticks every other box of what you want in a life partner, you can go ahead if you want to. It's not like a decree from me. I don't know how to explain so that it's not as if I'm okaying um inter whatever marriage. But like I said, um if you have a principle and you know what you agree on and what will give you peace and what will not make you sin against God, yes, is what should be your guiding principle. Because I have seen successful Christian and Muslim together in a home without each other person's religion affecting the other, and they have grown in peace and harmony. Although it is easier, it is better for the two to be in the same place and understand what they are doing for the sake of the children that God may give them in that marriage. But where that does not work, and you see someone, because the Islam is a type of religion on its own. If I do not believe in them, doesn't mean that what they believe in may be wrong. Just the way that there are good Christians and there are bad Christians, there are good Muslims and there are bad Muslims. There are good people and there are bad people. So, in my own point of view, if there's a happy understanding, not built on deceit, not built on trying to convert, you not say, okay, let me bear it first, let me enter the marriage first. I will not try and convert the person, because even in our own Christendom, like Sister Gladys initially mentioned, the person from Catholic will say, oh, they cannot marry somebody from Pentecostal. The person from Pentecostal will say, even within the Pentecostal, the one from Christ Embassy, for instance, is so I cannot marry the one from Living Faith. So it already even exists within our own Christian practice. So I cannot now begin to judge the one who doesn't practice Christianity and say, oh, that's the only reason why marriage should not hold. I stand to be corrected, but given all these things I have put in perspective, if you people are clear from the beginning how you want to run your home, how you want to bring in your religion in your marriage and in raising your children, and you have an understanding and it works well for you, What I would not support or advise or suggest is that you go in deceit, giving terms and conditions for one to be converted to the other person's religion, and you agree because you want the marriage, but in the middle you now know that you don't want it. That one is not good. It's not even good to go there or to start like that. But if you have an open, honest conversation with each other and you agree, then you can give it a try.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah. Uh, I understand you clearly that the first listening instances, I mean, the first things you said is that, if I may say, the conclusion is that it is all about two couples that's coming in agreement. Whatever
Yes,
they agree, because they are the one to be in the marriage. So whatever they
yes,
agree on, that is left for them.
yes.
So
There should be no
if they agree,
deception of.
you worship here, I worship there, no problem. Since
Yes,
they agree and they are in peace, just like the reference you gave, you say you've seen such people and they are in peace, that's no problem. But there
yes,
is only where there is bet inside or comma inside. In their future, what is that future? They might live like that forever, no problem. But their children now, there will be a division.
yes,
That is the only place they have. You understand? If they are to remain like that, no children, no problem. I believe no problem. There will not be problem. But how will they now face their future? That is when they have kids. That is only where maybe I believe there might be problem. Normal. When there is no children or child or whatever, they might go smoothly. You worship your own, I worship my own. Call my God the way I want, you call your God the way you want. I'm not saying maybe a Christian will not marry a Muslim, whether they change on the, but I believe in just like as we said, on agreement, that's being honest. The first agreement should be what they must follow, not halfway you turn to my religion Muslim or halfway you turn to my religion Christian. No, that is
yes,
what you are doing, and which is very clear.
yes.
Fine.
And that's what I
The only
understand.
issue now, if at
Yes,
all,
sir.
for example, now there are two different, not only let's talk about Muslim, for example, let's just say between a Christian man, for instance, and idol worshiper, and now it happens that they have kids. That is only where the problem now may lie, you know. So, but all the same, okay,
Oh no, for an idol worshiper, I would not even advise or lead anybody to, because there are a lot of things that goes on with an idol worshiper. Those ones, they are difficult in a lot of ways, because you are answering to something that you do not even know. You can kill people to serve your idol. I don't, for me as a person, no, I would not even encourage anyone that to find a life partner in an idol worshiper. It is better you allow that idol worshiper to be converted to Christ or to practice the Islam religion. But that idol worshiping practice is more deep than anybody can understand, and so I don't know where to
Okay,
go with that one. For
okay.
me, it's a
I
no,
want
no.
to ask this question. Um, in marriage, is it good to consider age before getting married? For example, um, maybe the woman is 40
Mhm,
and the man is 35.
mhm,
Especially um, the black people. I'm not talking about the whites.
mhm.
Especially the black people. Is it good for us to consider age before getting married?
Okay, if I can answer, for me, I am not of the school of thought that age is just a number. I say so because I think it confuses how we now take decisions going forward, because we are black, as you well laid emphasis on the black. There's already a lot of things, layers and foundation with age that culture and the society has placed on us. So it's usually difficult, not because the two people involved want to make it difficult, because first of all, if you as the man bring your wife home to your parents, they'll first want to ask you, how old is she? That's the genuine question that every parent or any caring family member used to ask. And the moment you tell them that the woman is older, some of them can even manage if it's maybe months or 1 year older. By the time you, this example you gave, 5 years, they will first tell you that you will not be the man of the house to start with. And even if you are believing yourself that you are the man of the house, the day that woman will do something to you, even though if she did it from a genuine place, that maybe she didn't do it to spite you because of the age gap, you will always be uncomfortable.
You know, say sometimes we, the people used to say that so far there is love. So in that case, that there is love, what can
I agree that so far there's love, but sometimes too that love is put to test. And when that love is put to test, the first thing you will say is, I no blame you. Now because I no be your mate, and now because you senior me. And then the woman will be trying to explain, oh, I did not do what I did because I'm senior to you. It's because, so even if it works for some people, you are doing extra work compared to when the role is reversed, when it's the man who is older. The amount of work that will be put in both by the man and woman will be reduced. I may be wrong, but where naturally, if the man comes in and the woman says something, because sometimes dating and marriage, we leave them differently. The woman might come in, maybe the man's in-laws are around. So she'll say something to the man like, I beg, get out. What people normally used to joke with, or shut up, Joe. Your people, it may never be you, your people might get offended that your wife is insulting you. When normally it's a normal, as in something people do in the house and it's acceptable.
Thank you very much. Please, ma, I'm not trying to cut you. I think we'll have another guest in the house,
Okay.
Mr. Chika, and he's waving his hand. So, but before then, okay, it is like maybe I don't know, maybe network. Okay, continue. I'm sorry, please, because I want to acknowledge him.
So, for me, while it is okay that where you find love, stay there, but I want the people involved to understand that, in my opinion, you are doing more work. You understand what I'm trying to say? As in, be both the man and the woman. So if you have that understanding, in addition to your love, then maybe that marriage would conquer. But because of the kind of society we come from as Black people and our cultural practices, there's a lot more work put on that marriage where the age is reversed, where the woman is older than the man. That's the little I've understood from the society.
Before Mr. John, please, just one more question for her before you continue. Is it important or is it necessary, if you understand my question, to choose a particular tribe to marry from because you found love in that place? So is it possible to,
Mr. Sam,
for example, you want to get married, you are from Toto tribe?
Mr. Sam, please hold your peace before you go to the second question. Mr. Chika is raising his hand. He's not a new guest. He wants to contribute to the first one before you continue. You're welcome, Chika. Hello, sir, Mr. Chika.
I can meet myself. Good evening, everyone.
Okay. Good evening.
Please, I was hearing about, although I was caught in the middle because I was just coming recently and I have the conversation. and it was very, very interesting concerning if Muslim can marry a Christian. One thing I want to put in is this. Yes, it's possible to marry, but it depends on both of them as well. The reason is this: as a real Christian, as a genuine Christian, as a woman, most especially for women, if you're a Christian as a woman, I'm not advising you to marry a Muslim. Me telling you this, based on the knowledge of biblical knowledge, when you look at what the Bible talk about, for example, in Romans chapter 10, verse 9, and also when you talk about a Christian marrying a Muslim, when you go to Ephesians chapter 5 or 25, you speak about if that particular person can join you as a woman, you know that you are under a man, so that you know how you want the man to submit to you. So you have to submit yourself to the man. So it's going to be difficult. It's going to be so difficult for a Christian to marry a Muslim as a woman, because except if you are ready to accept her own religion. Because for him as a Muslim to accept their own religion is going to be so difficult. Meanwhile, the parents, for example, you're going to have issue with the parents as well. So it's going to be so difficult as a woman to marry a Muslim. So even when you talk about this tribe of a thing, it's going to be so difficult for you. So you must be very careful while getting married to a Muslim as a Christian, because I'm sure 95% that's not going to work out. It's not going to work out because
I don't want to cut word in your mouth, but I want to ask you a question on both what you are saying. You said that it's going to be difficult. So my question is this: if we look at our president of Nigeria, he's a Muslim and his wife is a Christian. So what can you say about that?
Okay. How many wives did Tinubu marry?
Well, I don't know. I only know the first lady.
How many?
I only know the first lady.
You have to know. You have to know, sir. If it's working out, you have to know. Listen, talking about him as a president, how many wives did he marry? If it's okay by him, if the Christian woman is okay by him, he could have got for another wife. I don't know if you're getting it. Are you aware that Tinubu have 3 wives?
No, I'm not aware.
And it's only one is a Christian. Yeah, and only one is a Christian.
Somebody said that Muslim rule of marrying 4 wives is not compulsory. It's applicable for the person who wants to do it, but it's not compulsory that it is everyone who is a Muslim that ends up with 4 wives. My understanding of submission, sir, is not also based on religion. Submission is a command that was given to us, as in to the women. And submission is not necessarily me lying down as a woman for the man to match me, for the man to climb over my head. I don't think it is impossible. I do not think it is impossible. I'm standing on that because even in our Christendom, I pointed out earlier that somebody who attends Redeem will say, "Oh, I cannot marry someone from Christ Embassy." That is us already as Christians disagreeing from one denomination to the other, even when we open the same holy book. So again, I think I will not also encourage anybody, if you see that your family is against something. That is not how we started. We said where there is understanding and there is no deceit, I will not encourage myself or a fellow sister or a fellow brother to even start a union, be it 2 Christian people, 2 Muslim people, 1 Christian, 1 Muslim, to start a union that is not blessed, that is not accepted by both families, because you are going to have difficulties. I'm selecting my words. I'm not using the word problem. difficulties because marriage, like we already were told at the beginning, is a union. So in that union, in as much as it's a man and a woman coming together, it's in presence of their family. So for the family to be present, it means they have accepted, because you will need them around at some points in time in your life in that marriage. You might need your brothers-in-law, your sisters-in-law, your parents-in-law. So no one is encouraged, no one is advised to go into a union where you are not accepted, where it is not blessed. It will not work. And whatever problem that Christian who has married a Muslim is going to face, so I can also assure you that if we draw a graph, that same problem will also be in the same marriage of two Christians, even though we're still even from the same religion. Because first, my understanding of what makes a marriage work is what I carry as a person and what my husband carries as a person. Our character, our values are the things we are bringing to the table to make the marriage to work. And those characters and values I have gotten from what I was taught by my parents and what I also gathered from the society, which is why it appears as if marriage in Africa is hard, because they have told us that the man is the head. So the man just stays there as the head. He will see the wife he has married struggling or suffering to put the home together, and he doesn't know. Don't disturb me. He doesn't know where and how to help. Not because he doesn't want to, but because he doesn't know, because he has been told that he's the head. His own work was to just go out, work, and provide. So, sir, I hear you and I understand you, but it is not a general rule that because I'm marrying a Muslim to be difficult for me. It's the person I'm married to that will make marriage difficult for me. If I pick the wrong partner, marriage will be difficult for me. If a man picks the wrong, even if that wife is a tongue praying and kabashing sister, very close to God, if she doesn't have character, if she doesn't have respect, even if she can pray in tongues, marriage will be difficult. I stand to be corrected. If I marry a fire tongue pastor, but once he comes down from that pulpit and he gets home and he sees that I am tired, he tells me to go and make fresh okra soup and pounded yam. Even after he has told another sister, husband, that please leave your wife, she's tired. Whatever she gives you to eat, eat. That's the counsel he has given to another sister and the husband. But he comes home to our own home and tells me to make fresh okra soup and pounded yam. But he's an ordained man of God. Marriage will be difficult. Same thing with the tribe, Brother Sam. I do not believe that there's a bad tribe or a good tribe. I think there are good people and bad people. In Igbo tribe, there are good people and bad people. In Hausa tribe, there are good people and bad people. In Yoruba tribe, there are good people and bad people. In Efik tribe, there are good people and bad people. I could be married to somebody who speaks my language, who is from my tribe, but if he's not a good person, the marriage will be difficult. It was in time past that maybe our great-grandfathers, because it's easier for you to go to where you know somebody, to take somebody to marry. Okay. So maybe that's why it turned around to me to be as if, okay, one tribe is good to marry, the other one is bad to marry. Some people, as they are raising their children in some tribes, they raise the girls that, as you are being born, your duty in life is to go and get married. So maybe it's now look as if, that tribe, the women turn out to be better wives, because that is the home train, that is the training that they have been given. So, Mr. Sam, if you ask me in my own view, it's good people, bad people, irrespective of the tribe where you come from. So whoever is looking for a life partner, don't look for tribe. Look for the good qualities as stated in the Bible that we have been taught, and all the ones we hear the marriage counselors say, to help us select a partner, not the tribe. Are there maybe tribes who are better with the marriage thing because of what they have been taught? Yes, maybe. But does it mean that all the women or all the men from that tribe will be good people? I don't think
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. There is never a tribe that is completely good or completely bad. Just as you said, thank you very much for your contribution. Well, if you viewers, you can understand, especially, I mean, what the woman is emphasizing mainly is that it depends on the two partners. If they come to agreement, I'm a Muslim, you're a Christian. When it comes on Sunday, I go to my church. And when it comes to on Friday, you go to your mosque or whatever. No problem. It depends on the agreement between the two partners. And she said another thing that I so much love is what before the agreement, don't agree just because you want to marry or just because you want to get money from that family or from the man or whatever. But make sure you remember it's like promises. You depend on the promises and do what you promise. I'm going to marry you and continue with my Christianity. I'm going to marry you, continue with your Muslim, or you continue with your traditional worship or whatever. Okay. If it's an agreement and no one changed, there's no problem. Just like our president, they use as an example. I believe on Friday, on Sunday, the wife goes to church and they have no problem. The issue here is just understanding. Okay. Hello.
Sir. Hello, sir.
Right on, Mrs. Gladys, right on.
Thank you, sir. I think this particular question was very, 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 very interesting. So I was really enjoying myself. I want to ask our beautiful mommy in the house. I want to ask, marriage of then and now, is it still the same? If not, what happened? Because we have marriage of a lot of things going on in the marriage right now. So sometimes it baffles me. I kind of surprised. Is this how marriage used to be then? Why is it now? So if it's still the same thing, the way marriage used to be then, and now it's still the same, I want mommy to throw light on it and let me know. If not still the same, what happened that make it not to be same? Or what's going on that make it not to, what was the thing that make it to change? I want mommy to throw light on it. I will still come to Sister Isi as well. Thank you, mommy.
Okay, thank you so much. Marriage is still the same thing, but actually there has been a lot of changes in what is happening in marriage today and then. In the then days, parents go and pick wives for their children. They pick wives or husbands for their children. Any family that sees a good home, once they deliver a baby girl in that home, the man that has been admiring them, will run to that home and shoot gun and bring wine and tell them that this girl is the son's wife. And that girl will be groomed to become the son's wife. And in those days too, there was no education, so men marry many wives. And when they marry these wives, you see these women competing to make their husbands happy. So the man was more or less a lord in the house that is being respected by his wives. You will see them, they will line up a plate of food for the man to eat. Then at times they will now have their own date. Today is your turn, tomorrow is your turn, just like that. That time divorce was not common. Divorce was not common at all because they were holding to a culture, that is tradition. There are many rules. That time, when many rules. That time, if a woman is under menses, you will not stay in the house. You will stay outside. There are many forbidden things. A man and a woman cannot bathe in the same bathroom. They cannot use the same bucket. So they forbid many things, and then all the evil that accrues from marriage is on women. That if anything goes wrong, the woman bears the consequences. So the woman now takes her time to be on the straight track so that she does not get her marriage into problem. So she swallows everything. But nowadays, civilization has come through religion, through education. In the religion, as Christians, we are Christians, we see that they will tell us that Jesus Christ has borne all our sins. So that whatever we do, blood of Jesus Christ has washed the sins away. In my own church, for example, the pastor's warden caught his wife committing adultery. And the case got to the parochial church committee. And when they got there, they said, okay, woman, is it true? The woman said, yes, it is true. And they asked her to confess. She confessed, she was prayed for, and she was delivered. And they said that ends the matter. The young man now said, no, it's not going to end here. That the woman has to go home to do some cleansing. The family rights to cleanse the home. And the church said no, that she's not supposed to. The man said no, the woman must do it. And the woman said that she's ready to do it. So they now demoted the man from being the pastor's warden. So let me say, if the young lady has decided to be stubborn, to say that since they said that she is free indeed. But in the then days, you are not free. And if you commit it, you'll be penalized. Secondly, social media is the worst. This social media that has just come out. Human rights activists, women, what do they call it? How do I put it now? The right of women. What a man can do, a woman can do better. So women are now trying to show themselves as the light, trying to push the tradition, the culture that have kept marriage sanity aside, and they are now living anyhow. So what am I trying to say? I'm saying that civilization that came through religion and education has made marriage of these days, have made marriage of yesteryears better than what is happening today, because women are now proving to be very wise. They know everything. They want to be in charge. They want to take control. And when the men raise their head that this will not happen, there will be trouble in the home that can even lead to death. That is what I think has caused this problem. Social media, religion, education. Women are trying to be equal to men. Women gender being taken up, something like that.
Okay.
Somebody can
do. Yeah, but there is still.
Uncle John, please, before you summarize, let me beg to differ so that you can summarize everything together. God may have it. The woman who just spoke is my mother. But I will put it to her that the marriage of then was not better. And us trying to fight about good from that marriage of then, that I believe gave rise to the problem we have now in the marriage of now. Because from what she explained, they subdued the women. They made to be quiet. They made the men believe. And so even the mothers we had then in raising children, they were raising us, the women, to speak up, not to fight back. Then they were raising the men as kings, just grow up, marry. Then we now come forward now to now. We now, the young women, we are trying to fight back those treatments we saw them give to our mothers that we did not appreciate, that we did not like. The men cannot understand because they also did not see their mothers giving their fathers the kind of problem or hit we are giving to them now as they may see it.
Yes, so, excuse me, my dear. Like she's saying, in those days, when a child does well, it becomes the mother's problem. A bad child is the mother's property. Why the one that comes out well is the father's property. So we women in those days, we try, God being our helper, to tailor this our children, particularly the female gender, to be of cool-headed girls, so that they will make good wives in their husband's home. So now that they said with social media, education, equality of gender, men and women, equality of gender. So they are fighting. Well, they're over fighting it, over flogging it, and some people are even doing it beyond control, making things to be very difficult for them. Even them, the women in the ladies in the house, they're not finding it funny, because the man will refuse to bend, the woman will refuse to bend. There's fire in the home, and at the end, it will lead to divorce. Marriage will scatter. The children become children on the street, So, like she's trying to explain, actually, we of the then days, we didn't see it as a problem, because even the man, as our Lord, was trying to sit down as the Lord, while we, the subordinates, I think there's a place in the Bible that said women are not supposed to be head. So if you follow the word of God, women are supposed to be head. Women are supposed to be submissive. Submit to your husband, and then the man, love your wife, provide for the family, and make your family happy, while the woman just sit down there and make sure that the home is at peace. That is the point. You can continue, my dear.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. Yeah, just partly what I wanted to ask, Isioma has asked a similar question. Mr. Chika, I think you are here with us. Okay, what I wanted to ask, I believe myself, Gladys, Samuel, Chika, Isioma, we're almost in the same shoe. Let me clear myself so that you get me right. You see, if I have to talk of your days, ma, for example, I might be making a mistake, but I can talk of your days based on what I had, right? Now, somebody like a patient or Zoku, which you call what do you call her, Mama G, and normally that everybody know, for example, she said it before everyone's, that's through media anyway, that mostly what happened those days, which she's part of the victim, is that, for example, taking a girl, as you just said in one of your distance, your contributions, you taking a girl or a daughter or whatever, a female, whatever, then you just give to a man. Sometimes they don't love these men, but they have no option. They just stick to them and marry and start burning. I mean, giving birth to children. They don't love these men. But it is not like maybe these our days. I'm not saying that these our days is far better. Divorce actually is more higher than then, fine. But still yet, in those days also, there are things that are not all that okay. In your own case, it might be okay. Let's be sincere, but you're talking of generally here. Now you just see somebody, this man is good, or he's a nice boy, he greets me very well, I take my daughter, bam. Or the man comes, you understand? So those days, not like now that I see you, you see me, we love each other. The first discussion is supposed to be between a man and a woman first. Just like your first definition, which you made. That's the way it's supposed to be. The Western world somehow are getting it wrong. The olden days are as well as also getting it wrong somehow. Most of the times, if you calculate the old, it's like maybe oppression kind of. Just take somebody and give somebody. Sometimes they don't love each other. Even in these modern days, it's still happening in maybe in some religion, I don't know. Because I was opportunity to watch DW News. They emphasize mostly on African, documentaries. A sister was saying that she has no option, but she's still saying it up to now. Sorry, she doesn't love the man. But there's something she can do. Why? Because they are still facing kind of olden days this thing. So what do you have to say about that in comparison to now? That's the major thing. Because I believe myself and others are in the same. We are modern guys. Let me put it that way.
Still finding it difficult. Okay, a man and a woman, a young lady and a young man, they will meet somewhere, maybe in a party, anywhere they meet, they fall in love, they get married, and give them a time of between 1 year to 5 years. They begin to hate themselves, begin to quarrel, begin to regret their union, begin to say this marriage will end, I will quit. Why? Did the father bring the man, or did the father bring the young lady? Is it not them that met themselves and agreed together to live as one, to get married? So what made them now to begin to hate themselves? If I may ask, can you help me?
Libya, answer for us now. You don't hear what Mama asked, so answer for us.
Who did you say should answer? Dibia.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
Chika,
Sorry, I
you
don't.
there? Hello, Chika, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay. Help us out. Yeah, help us out.
Okay. Anyway, the actual problem we have here is in Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5. It said, trust in the Lord with all your heart and learn not on your own understanding. The problem we are having is that initially we trusted in the Lord, but at the middle of the road, we now begin to learn in our own understanding by copying from others. I don't know if you're getting me. So quietly, both of you can live 5 years, 10 years, no problem. But in the middle of the road, the woman can equally change. But one thing you have to understand is that marriage is not an easy task. It's something that needs patience, tolerance, and understanding. Without these three things, you cannot stay with a woman, and a woman cannot stay with a man. So what causes all those things is both of them, we are in the same lane, which the Bible says in the book of Proverbs chapter 3, which I read now, 3 verse 5. It says, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Both of them, we are trusting the Lord. But let not in your own understanding. When the Igbo language is so-called teacher, when the woman begin to know, say, the man, don't they cheat on them, don't they get money pass them, when they get this one, property pass them, and my property, the name is supposed to be there, your name is supposed to be here, my name is not supposed to be here. But in the beginning, the name of the man was there. But when she begins to do things on her own understanding, that is where devil enters. Remember what happened in the Garden of Eden? In the Garden of Eden, Adam was not there. Eve was there. But in the middle, you begin to listen to what the Satan says. Now, if you eat this food now, you become like God. Not even become like a husband. So, the thing that destroys marriage today is something that we read now, because they begin to learn on their understanding. Either the man begin to learn on her own understanding, not trusting the Lord any longer, or the woman begin to learn on her own understanding without trusting the Lord. That was cracks the marriage of as a Christian. God bless you.
And I want also to add that at times, infatuation, they just decide to get, they're infatuated, they just know their character. The young man does not know the real character of the young lady, and does not know the real character of the man. So they became with love at first sight. And when they now get married, when they are now in the house, under the roof, then the real thing begins to get unfold. And when it is getting unfolded, the man can no longer tolerate. The man can no longer tolerate.
Mommy, don't help us to answer the question. No. Love at first sight. That is most of the problem. Okay, Mrs. Gladys or Samuel there, please help us out because we have about 6 minutes to go.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Pastor Chikadibia. Thank you, Sister Isioma. I want to ask, this go to why I always ask Mommy a lot of questions, because is an old woman, and he's been in marriage presently, and he has been in marriage for a long time. He's not a divorcee. He's not. He has never gone out of his marriage and of her marriage and come back. So that's why you see me. I concentrate on Mom, because I have a lot, and our viewers watching have a lot. Don't get me wrong. I didn't say that they don't have a lot to learn from Sister Isioma or Pastor Chikadibia. You understand? So they have a lot to learn from each and every one of us. So Mom, Sister Isioma answered some question that leads me to this question that I want to ask Mommy. Likewise, Pastor Chikadibia as well answers some question that lead me to this question that I want to ask Mommy. Mommy, I want to ask. I'm asking you, Mom. Is relationship before marriage, is it encouraging? before marriage? Did you, I want you to throw light on that. Did we supposed to have relationship before marriage? Because you talk about knowing the person that you are married to. Sister Isioma talk about it. I think Pastor Chikadibia talk about it as well. So I want to know, relationship, is it necessary before marriage, or should we just enter? Oh, this is the bone of my bone. Oh, I want to marry. Oh, I'm of age. Oh, my mother said I should marry. Let me just jump into it without relationship. Is relationship necessary, or do we supposed to have relationship before marriage? Thank you, Mom.
Thank you very much, my dear. Actually, relationship is necessary. It's good to be in a relationship before getting married. Like I said before, that love at first sight have caused much problem in marriages. When a man and a woman, they just see themselves the first time, they are infatuated. This young man is handsome. He is beautiful. This young man has money, has a good job. This lady is this lady is that. From a very good home, wealthy home. Just get to it. No. You have to go into a relationship studying themselves. Like I said before, many people know how to pretend. Young ladies know how to pretend. Young men know how to pretend. So as they are knowing themselves, as they are into the relationship, understanding themselves, throwing some trials, giving themselves tests as they go along, then you will know whether this, if I marry this, can it go down well? If I marry this one, there will be trouble in the front, let me retreat. If I marry this one, okay, it's going to be okay, let me go ahead. So during that relationship, you study yourselves, you know your family background, you know many things, your likes, your do's and your and what you do not like, what the young man likes and what he does not like, what the young lady likes and what he does not like. I said, even though they still have a relationship, when they get into the marriage, they will get some difficulties, but because they have studied themselves before they got married, they will overcome. They say, that's what she did do, make her let them go. That's what he did, make her let them go. So I'm saying that relationship is necessary. During this relationship, it's a time for you to understudy yourselves, to know whether actually, if you get married, whether it will work out well. And if you find out that it's not going to work out well as you are related, you break off, you go and look for the right person. And if you know that it's going to get well, then you solemnize it through marriage. That's my contribution, my opinion about relationship. It's good. A man and a woman go into a relationship before getting married. Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, mommy. Thank you, ma.
Okay, Mr. Samuel, do you have anything to say? Because you heard what mom said, that actually it is good to know one another before marriage. It is better. And he said one thing, not divorce, not getting out when you are married. Say, if you see it will not work, that is before marriage, you find your way, not when you enter, so that to avoid that word divorce. Thank you very much, ma. Okay, Mr. Samuel.
Okay, thank you very much. I wanted to take us back before, because there's something that Mama Comfort said that I would like to ask that question about, when she said before in her response that, please, you can mute your microphone so that the thing will not be repeated. I don't know. Okay, it's better now. So she said that, for example, if a woman have a child before getting married, and probably maybe that man the man that's supposed to be the father of the child now went ahead, either marry another person without that is marry another person, the man didn't marry that woman, or the woman went ahead and married another person, the father of that boy, of that their baby, did not come and marry the woman. I think she said that that child does not belong to the man. My question is this: does it mean that another person will claim the child and original father is not going to identify himself as the father of the child? Is it because of culture, or is it how it's supposed to be, or just for formality? I don't know if you understand my question, Mama Comfort.
I do, because I said it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, like I said, even if that woman that bought that child, the man that impregnated her comes back to marry her, that child is not the man's child. The young lady's family takes the child. That is their custom. Till tomorrow, it exists in some custom, particularly in the eastern part of Nigeria. I know of a man. The man had a woman, and the woman bore 2 sons. They were living together. The man did not pay the lady's bride price. And the man trained the children to graduate. They are working in the University of Benin. And when the man was very sick, about to die, the woman's family came to tell the man that these men are not his children because he did not marry, did not pay the bride price of their mother. That the children is for them, the young lady, the woman's family. So what am I trying to say? Even though the woman bears that child and the man does not marry the woman, he did not pay bride price for the woman before the woman bears that child, goes to another woman, marry another woman, that child belongs to the woman's family. And if at the end he still pays the young lady's bride price, but after bearing that child, number of children, that same children or that same child belongs to the family of the woman. Is their tradition.
Yeah, but don't you think that these days that culture may not be applied again? Because if it's happening like that, the man may go to court.
Well, you know, many a times we go to customary court for this issue. And when they go to customary court, they say, go and settle it. It's family issue. You should go home and settle it.
Wow. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, my colleagues and the guests in the house, Mrs. Isioma, Comfort, and Mr. Pastor Chika. Really appreciate you guys for your time and your contributions, and believing to see you next Saturday, because actually viewers, you can see say today to read a catch fire, so no even can get time to tell you now, to remind our channel name. This very program, our channel name rather, they call them Owner Voice TV for Facebook, for YouTube, just as I said earlier. As they do the program now, it they go on for both sides. So I don't see here from our brothers and sisters. If I get contrary, that's why I always say, do what just like our brother did today. Just write instantly. We bring you up. You say your mind before the general public or the board will be here. And as me they see the matter, I don't know, but anyhow, next week let's see what will happen. But before then, I repeat again, my name is now John. So we'll come back here Saturday again, same time, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. I know why people they use Nigerian time. I know most of us will fit convert at our own time. So like Spain here is 7 p.m. That's when we take the program. UK at 6 p.m. So anyhow, thank you for your time. I say once again, and for your contributions. We write underground. We still thank God. We'll see reasonable messages and know what to do next. Okay, Samuel.
Yeah, thank you very much. God bless you, and see you next week Saturday by 7 p.m. Please don't forget subscribe to our YouTube channel so so that once we go live, you get notification. Subscription is free. It's just for you to get notification, okay? And you can also drop your question, whatever question you want to ask, or if you wish to come up, you can also write us, and then we bring you in so that you
Okay,
contribute.
Gladys, talk to our viewers.
Thank you, everyone. God bless you all. Mommy, thank you. Sister Isioma, thank you. Brother John, thank you. Brother Sam, thank you. I really appreciate just that. Time is not on our side. I have a very important question. But I don't know, Jack.
No problem. Okay.
The issue really,
what do you have for our viewers?
really they interesting. So I believe maybe I'll keep the question for next week, so that our people will still they watch, will still get answer to the question, will still prepare their answer.
Okay.
The question be say, he get age where person supposed to reach before he go say he want marry. So may we keep am next week. If you get answers, you they watch. Still write and come for us. We will read your answer. Come out. Everybody, thank you. May God bless you all.
Thank you very much. Okay.
As we do this program, as we listen to this program, it make us to learn more. Join the one we don't first know for our marriage. And I go still want make Mommy and Sister Isi still come back because they be bomb. And they are bomb. Their answer, they bless people. God bless you. God bless you all.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Isoma. What do you have to tell for the public or the
viewers? Thank you for inviting me to the program. I learned from other people's perspective. We are trying to learn from each other to have a better and stable home, so that at least we can reduce the rate of marriage breakup. So there's no right or wrong answers. We took different perspectives and looked at it, because with perspective we can understand the problem better, and then with understanding the problem better, we find a solution to the problem. Thank you, everyone, and God bless you.
Thank you very much. Okay, my comfort, what do you have to tell the general public or viewers?
Oh, thank you so very much for bringing me into this program. I'm highly privileged. And program, because it will help to make marriages stable and make homes better, and make our younger ones enjoy marriage more than we, the older ones. Thank you so very much.
Thank you very much, viewers. Bye-bye.
Bye.